long before he held a crown, long before he defeated a giant. David was just a boy in the hills of Bethlehem. No one knew his name. No one expected anything from him. But hidden in the shadows of an ordinary life was a destiny that would change an entire nation. This is David's beginning. In the ancient land of Israel, life moved quietly. Rolling hills, golden fields, shepherds guarding their flocks from lions and wolves. It seemed peaceful, simple, safe. But beneath the surface, the nation was struggling. Israel had a king Saul, once chosen by God, now losing his way, his purpose, his favor. The people needed hope. They needed a leader whose heart was steady, humble, fearless. And so the story turns to an unexpected place. A field outside Bethlehem, where a young shepherd cared for sheep that weren't even his. David was the youngest son of Jesse, the eighth boy, the smallest, the one everyone overlooked. His brothers were soldiers, men trained for battle. David, he carried a shepherd's staff, faced lions and bears alone, defended sheep with nothing but courage and a sling. Under the open sky, he wrote songs. He spoke to God while the world ignored him. This quiet, unseen life wasn't wasted, it was preparing a king. People saw a shepherd boy. God saw more. Then one ordinary day, the extraordinary happened. The prophet Samuel, Israel's spiritual guide, received a command from God. Go to Jesse's house. I have chosen one of his sons to be king. Samuel arrived in Bethlehem, a national event by any measure. Jesse lined up his sons, strong, tall, impressive young men. Samuel looked at each in turn, and one by one, God whispered, "No, not this one." Perplexed, Samuel asked Jesse, "Are these all your sons?" Jesse hesitated. There is still the youngest, tending the sheep. The boy they didn't even bother to call was the one God had chosen. David was summoned. Dust on his clothes, sunlight catching his weathered face, shepherd's staff still in hand. He didn't look like a king. He didn't feel like a warrior. He didn't belong in a ceremony. But God whispered again, "This is the one." In a quiet home, with no royal audience, David was anointed, chosen as Israel's next king. No one else knew. It was a secret between David, his family, and God. The boy in the field now carried a destiny far greater than anything he could imagine. But here's the most unexpected part. David didn't move to a palace. He didn't receive a crown. He didn't command armies. He returned to the fields, back to the sheep, back to the solitude. Because greatness doesn't begin on a throne. It begins in silence, in discipline, in hidden places where character is forged. While his brothers trained as warriors, David trained his heart. While the nation looked to Saul, God looked to David. The world saw a shepherd. God saw a king. David's beginning teaches us this. You don't need to be seen to be chosen. You don't need to be honored to be called. Sometimes, the greatest stories start in the smallest places. David was overlooked by people, but never overlooked by God. This is the story of how an ordinary boy began an extraordinary journey. Episode 2 awaits. David steps out of the fields and into the palace of King Saul, where destiny begins to unfold. Are you ready to witness the rise of a king? Like, share, comment and subscribe to my channel for episode 2.